Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Ben Carey once more. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, those who have had the opportunity to watch some of my videos. I truly appreciate your kindness, your gestures, and taking your time to watch my videos and liking it, even subscribing and sharing it or sharing them. I am very well pleased. Thank you very much. I'm looking at this newspaper publication of May 30th, just last week, and I think it is written by Tony Jan in Port Harcourt, and it is published by the Sun newspaper. It is about it speaks to a peace accord and memorandum of understanding that was reached, between certain warring factions in Bodo, in Ogoni, and that has triggered or kind of gave a sort of convincing impression, or maybe call it declaration, by some representatives of the government who allegedly spoke in the to the media, or the media covered an event that took place. And so I think the Nigerian government, especially as represented by these folks of I believe the National Security Advisor, the Department of State Service, DSS, the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Pipeline Infrastructure Nigerian Limited, and the Office of Project Management, they are reported to have brokered peace. Brokering peace is a very important thing. There's nothing wrong with brokering peace, even though I'm not aware of such warring factions in Bodo. There may have been such warring factions, but not to my knowledge. So if peace is brokered, it's an important thing. It's a nice thing, because it's always good for people to live in peace and harmony. It's always good for people to resolve whatever conflict that they have. But these people who represented the government at the reported or alleged occasion, they used certain threatening words talking to Ogoni people in Bodo, and that is not okay. It is not right. I mean, they are security operatives. They are, they belong to the different arms or institutions of government, but then using threat while at the same time claiming to have brokered peace is counterproductive. It makes it sound childish. Why you claim you're brokering peace between warring factions whose names are not mentioned for whatever reasons, and then you're using threatening languages. You're threatening and talking about how people are being prosecuted, for stealing oil and doing this and doing that. And then you are so confident about the resumption of oil in Ogoni. For your information, of course, and as you know, of course you know it, that Bodo is an integral aspect or part of Ogoni. It is not on its own, and Ogoni is a collective. So, it is not okay to go to Bodo where you claim you brokered peace and be threatening people and be talking about oil. Just try and calm down this high verbals of about oil production. I was thinking that the Ogoni Dialogue and Consultation Committee that was set up by the same your government, right? Mr. Tinubu-led government, to go to the Ogoni people for broad-based consultation. And that committee finished its work. And I am believing that they are on the verge of submitting their report, which, of course, Ogonis were clear in the different town hall meetings that were held, that on the Bill of Rights they stand. And particularly they demanded the creation of a state for the Ogoni people, just like there are states in other parts of the country. And some of you threatening and talking and using all these means to try to coerce Ogoni people, you have states within your ethnicity, within your ethnic groups, because there are about 23 to 26 ethnic states in Nigeria. So there's nothing Ogoni is asking for that is new, that cannot be done. It can be done today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. Ogoni should be treated as a special case. You guys, if you really want peace, should be talking about the benefit that the Ogoni people will get as a collective, beginning with a state, which is the Bill of Rights, political autonomy. Just like the 5 states in the east, call it southeast, and then the west, 6 states, and then the north, call north, about 11 to 12 states, and then you have 1 state for the Ijaw and 2 states for the Ibibios. So there is nothing Ogoni is asking for that is new, that is not currently applicable or kind of operational. So you guys should be talking about peace from that point of view and not using coercive languages and not trying to use force. Because, of course, you are not the first to have come in this manner. Okay? Ogonis are very optimistic that peace will reign finally, because the conflict cannot continue forever. Nigeria should not continue this unnecessary grandstanding. Rather, it should incorporate the Ogoni people. Let Ogonis feel a sense of belonging, having provided Nigeria with 35 years of oil from their wells and got nothing, as you guys all know. Ogonis got nothing but pollution and death, hanging. Okay? You guys are all aware of it. So, you look at peace from that standpoint. Look at peace by waiting for the dialogue committee that this current government set up with the hope of bringing about lasting peace. All this back talk, heating up the polity, talking about oil production left and right, and all of that, trying to corner people threatening people and all of that. Come on, people. Are you guys testing the gods? Please do not test the gods, because the gods cannot be blamed. The gods can never be blamed, because the gods are wise. Do not test the gods. Remember that you are not the first. But Ogoni is very hopeful that with your understanding and cooperation, if you drop these threats, if you drop these aggression, then peace, true peace and lasting peace can be brokered. There has to be a win-win. You have to preach peace, beginning with a state for the Ogoni people. Ogoni people cannot continue to be the sacrificial lamb, helping to use their oil to develop other people. And then you're talking about pipeline security, pipeline this, pipeline that. That's bullshit. Don't let me use, such language. Because it's annoying when you guys keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Don't test the gods. We've been through this mess many times. Okay? The most monstrous of the government experience was under Sani Abacha, Dauda Musa Komu, Paul Okontimo, and the rest of them, who by now should be tormented wherever they might be. Therefore, don't test the gods, because the gods can never be blamed. The gods are wise. Ogonis want peace, but there has to be justice before peace. There has to be a state created for the Ogoni people. There has to be exoneration of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the rest of the Ogonis, 8 of his brothers. And there has to be justice for the Ogoni 4. There is nothing Ogonis are asking for that Nigeria cannot do. Why the high-handedness? Why the grandstanding? Why the constant pressure, overheating of the system, using Ogonis against each other? You guys acting like the slave masters, even worse than the slave and the colonial masters. For this conflict to have lasted this long, because Nigeria has refused to do what's right, coming to the table and according the Ogoni people, as simple as a state, which will help the Nigerian government succeed in Niger Delta and nationally. So, why is that hard? Why does it look like there is no leadership in Nigeria? That people don't really understand what leadership means. That it is about solving problems. If you allow a problem as easy as the Ogoni Nigerian problem or conflict to last for 35, 30, 32 years after, oil exploitation for 35 years prior, then it shows that those running Nigeria lacks foresight, that they lack the dictum of management wisdom. Leadership is about solving problems. It's about solutions. And the solution to the Ogoni problem is just right there in your face. As easy as it is. Just like you guys changed the anthem, the national anthem, in less than 48 hours. And you impose what do you call it? You suspended the governor of Rivers State unlawfully, for that matter. I'm not encouraging that. But you can use the same vigor to do what's right, to work with the National Assembly and treat Ogoni as a special case. Create a state for the Ogoni people. The solution is right there, looking at you, beckoning, come get me, and resolve the issues, resolve the problem, solve half, if not more than half, of the Niger Delta problem. Why is that hard? Why is all this hitting noise every time, everywhere, every corner? When you go to this corner, you don't hear oil resumption. By the time you turn around the next minute, you're hearing it. What's wrong with Nigeria? Why can't you guys just solve problems? Once more, the gods are wise, and the gods cannot be blamed. Don't test the gods. Work with the Ogoni people. Tinubu, work with the Ogoni people. Show that you understand conflict resolution and management, and you shall be glad you did. The peace would reverberate when justice, beginning with a state for the Ogoni people, and the exoneration of the Ogoni 9, and justice for the Ogoni 4 have been actualized. Thank you. Ben Carey.